Yo, what is up, people? Okay, I think I see my now. Yo, okay, now we're gonna start again. Yo, what is up, people? This is Zero, and tonight I got some pretty good information, and I kind of stumbled on to earlier today. Didn't I realize they made a movie off of this, but turned out, you know, civil rights era, there were black men not being nonviolent towards, I guess, a so-called white supremacy, like the Klan. As a matter of fact, the Klan isn't terrified of these individuals. And these individuals, you ask, these individuals are known as the Deacons of Defense and Justice. Not a Deacon of the Deacons for Defense and Justice. Yeah, okay, got it. So I'm not gonna have this be a very long live. I'm just gonna get the information out there, and I guess when I get finished reading, I'll get back into the chat. Anybody that's chatting, cool. If not, we'll be up out of here. When get the information, get my thoughts, and we out of there. So I should probably put the link to where I'm going to be reading this from, so y'all could check it out for yourselves. All right. So now we're gonna get back into it. So okay, this is the article. So it said on July 10, 1964, a group of African American men in Jonesboro, Louisiana, led by Ernest Chilly Willie Thomas, Frederick Douglass Kirkpatrick, founded a group known as the Deacons for Defense and Justice to protect members of Congress of Racial Equality Corps against the Ku Klux Klan violence. Ku Klux Klan, I think they meant clans. Then they meant put apostrophe. Ku Klux Klan's violence. Yeah. Most of the deacons were veterans of World War II and the Korean War. And you know what? Like I remember hearing the case in my city. I'll get to that in a minute. Right now, keep on with the reading the post. So most of the deacons were veterans of World War II and the Korean War. The Jonesboro chapter organized its first affiliate chapter in nearby. I think it's Beluga. If I'm saying that right, if I'm not, I'm sorry. I butchered that city's name. Louisiana, led by Charles Sims, A.Z. Young, and Robert Hicks. Eventually, they organized the third chapter in Louisiana. The Dinkies' tense confrontation with the Klan in Bogalusa. I don't know how to pronounce it. I heard it pronounced earlier, and I forgot how it's pronounced. Was crucial in forcing the federal government to intervene on the behalf of local African American community. The on behalf of the local African American community. Okay, got it. All right, the national attention they gathered also persuaded state and national officials to initiate efforts to neutralize the Klan in deep effort. I mean, the Klan in that deep an area of the deep South. So yeah, until the defense did something, the government wasn't gonna do nothing. Government, they just sat there and watched till some brothers with some guns started doing something. But we're gonna continue. And if you're in the chat, I can't see you. So let me finish the story and I'll get you on the chat. So the oh crap. Okay, there we go. We have to reload it. The Deacons emerged as one of the first visible self-defense forces in the South, and as such presented a new face of the traditional civil rights movement. Traditional civil rights organizations remained silent on them, and or repudiated their activities. Well, that makes sense. They would do that because they didn't want to. I guess it was kind of messing up their nonviolent activities. So that makes sense. They were effective, however, in providing local protection for local African Americans who sought to register to vote or for sought to register to vote and for white and black civil rights workers in the area. The Deacons, for example, provided security for the 1966 March Against Fear from Memphis to Jackson, Mississippi. Moreover, their presence in northeastern Louisiana meant that the Klan would no longer be able to intimidate and terrorize local African Americans without challenge. So they can't. So they just couldn't do what they want to anymore. That might be the reason why the Klan don't be acting so reckless no more. Might because of them brothers. Let's continue. I'm almost done. The strategies and methods that attracted the deacons employed track the met the I mean the deacons employed attracted the attention and concern of the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI), which authorized an investigation into the group's activities. The investigation stalled, however, when more influential Black Power organizations such as the U.S. and the Black Panther Party. I don't know what the U.S. would mean. I have to look that up. Emerged after the 1965 Watts riot. With the public attention and attention of the FBI focused elsewhere, the Deacons lost most of their notoriety and slowly declined in influence. By 1968, they were all but extinct. But in 2003, the activities of the Deacons was a subject of a 2003 Deacons for Defense documentary. Okay, they got a documentary out here. I see they had made a movie too, like about it, but that's pretty much it for that. So yeah, they pretty much pretty much had brothers with guns defending themselves against the Klan. Shoot, let me see if I can change this. I want you to kind of see, like, I don't know if it'll get all of it, but let's see if I can get good enough. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay. Yes, I'll show an avatar. I can't do the overlays. Yo, what's up, cool game? Yeah, so this brother right here, like, even though it ain't the full picture, what he's holding up are two Klan robes, and it has like a little Klan hoods with KK written on them. Pretty much let them know, like, yeah, you ain't doing nothing over here. There ain't no terrorizing over here. Y'all can go somewhere else with that bullshit. That's pretty much like what he said. But I was kind of surprised to hear that there was like there was brothers out there actually defending people. And I heard that like during like some of their protection, I heard like that they were supposedly Martin Luther King his defense detail. I'm not sure how true that is, but it would be interesting if it was true. But matter of fact, we can look that up right now. Cause I kind of heard about them, but I heard them called Deacons of Defense. But okay, let's see if we can find out if they take. Let's see if he did. That's if he did that. Okay. Looks like that's true. Let me see if I can find the part where they did do this. But yeah. But they did say that they did say they did that. Okay. So yeah, so it reads here. and I'll put the link in there in the chat in a minute. But yeah, after much deliberation of the urging of SNCC, that's SNCC, Carmile, which now I think his name is Kwame Ture now. I think that's his name now. All but two of the groups agreed to deploy a contingent of the Deacons from Chicago, Louisiana, and Mississippi to protect the route to Jackson during King's SCLC. They might be the Southern Convention leaders, or I don't know. I had to look that up too. They said King initially disagreed with including the Deacons in the march, ultimately convinced to allow their participation in the march. Now the participation of the march maintained the banner of nonviolence, said Akanile, I don't know how to pronounce that, Amoja, professor of African American Studies at Georgia State University. Fear to vote our identities was proponents of nonviolence. The Urban League and NAACP opted to not participate. Yeah, I mean they had a motto. They said we shoot back. We shoot back. And they weren't playing. But yeah, so apparently they did Martin Luther King. I was like, yeah, I guess he would have a problem with it since he was preaching nonviolence. But that's it. I'm gonna put both of them in the comment section so everybody can check it out when they get to go to replay. But yeah, just know that there was brothers out there doing it. I remember hearing one case like in my city of Nashville during I think it was during the 50s, so could have been close to 60s, but I think it was during the 50s where there were two. Well, I don't know, it was two. I don't know how many soldiers there were, but it was like black soldiers who fought against the police, like armed resistance against police, and they were winning. And normally in this situation, you are expect they gonna get locked up or get death penalty or something. These niggas got out scot free. And remember, this is 50s, the 1950s. And it was all because of a lawyer named Alexander Lubin. He was very instrumental during the civil rights movement as well. Although although he wasn't necessarily the same after the Klan tried to burn down his house. But other than that, that's pretty much the story I got for right now. But yeah, it's just great to know that there were brothers out here defending black folks. So it was good that that SNCC actually went and asked for the diggers to be the security force, because it's like they armed. Why not have them do that? Because it's like you being nonviolent ain't gonna change that. And I mean, Martin Luther King eventually figured that out anyway. After that, I had a dream speech. He found out that his dream was not the dream he wanted. But yeah, shout out to these brothers doing their thing. I don't know if they even they said they disappeared. I mean, I tried to look up the files that the FBI had on them. They had them in the archives thing, but of course I couldn't get into them because I'm not part of the FBI or any of those government organizations. So of course I can't I can't access them. I don't know how classified they are. If they're not classified, I mean, I could possibly ask for them under Freedom of Information Act, but I would know. I would have to first figure out how to use it, right? But yeah, but yeah. So yeah, that was the history of them. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. appreciate y'all for coming through, wholeness and balanced vibrations, people. And see you guys later. Y'all have yourselves a great night. Oh yeah, sure. Got to do the
Nigga, we made it. Hey, we made it. Nigga, we made it. Hey, damn, we made it.